name is Laura Tyree. I'm with Dragonfly Yoga, and I'm here today to talk to you about mudras. What are Hasta Mudrās? What are hand mudras? Wow. Hand mudras have been around for a really long time. They actually predate the asana postures as we understand them. And the way that the hand mudras work, the yogis found over time, is that certain placement of the fingers and certain placement of the hands and the palms generated a certain effect in the nervous system and in the person. So the reason that that works that way is our spinal cord, right? The nerves from the spinal cord end in our hands and our feet and in our ears. So anytime you're manipulating these things, you're helping to affect change. If you've ever gone to an acupuncturist, sometimes they put that little crazy little bead and tape on your ear, and you're supposed to, squeeze that part. So that's all a part of helping to affect a part of an organ that might be needing some assistance or something like that. Well, the hand mudras are very similar to that. Now, the thing that the mudras do is they sort of create a communication between the brain, which is the master controller, and the rest of the body. So that works really well because we know that we use our hands constantly to communicate all throughout time. Like, we all know what that means, right? In the 60s, we got the peace out, right? We know what that means. So we have some more harsher things to say, more harsher things, right? These are all forms of communication that we do with our hands. So we're used to that, and we understand intrinsically that that's what our hands are capable of, and that's part of what assists us in understanding ourselves and others. So when I'm using when I'm working with people and using my hand mudras and using these ancient mudras, particularly working with children, I keep it really simple. So with kids, I call it finger play. And something as simple as this, taught to a child, and they'll pick it up quick, and being able to do it on both hands actually helps to steady the nervous system. Now this is incredible. This is a simple thing. It doesn't seem like much, but the attention that it takes and the effect that it has is very powerful. Also, for the older generation, as the hands start to get stiff as people age, there are mudras that help create dexterity and suppleness in the hands. And it takes a while to learn these mudras sometimes, but the effect is incredible. I myself learned this mudra. My hands were stiffening. I got into gardening one summer, just went crazy. And I learned this mudra because my hands were just feeling more and more stiff, and it created a suppleness in my hands that I still have because I still bring myself to that mudra on a regular basis. So for everybody else in between, and including children and the older generation, you can use these mudras to sustain your life, like to assist in your life. So when you are feeling ungrounded, there's a mudra for that. When you're feeling anxious and the anxiety is creeping in, there's a mudra for that. If you're feeling aggressive or you're angry about something, there's a mudra to help soften that. Now that, to me, that's why I call the hand mudra medicine. To me, they have this quality of medicine. So the last thing I want to share with you is my favorite mudra that I do, and it's a mudra for grounding. And it's called Prana Mudra. And Prana Mudra looks like this. Can you see that? So my middle finger and my index finger are extended, and my thumb is resting on the fingernail of the ring finger and the pinky, just like that. Now what you may not be able to detect is there is a quality of tenderness about my hands. So I could literally put a butterfly's wing in between these fingers and not damage the butterfly. That's the tenderness that's there. And when you have that quality in your hand, of course, it's connected to the nervous system and affecting the brain. You're going to be bringing that quality of tenderness throughout what you're doing. So most of the mudras have this tender quality to them. A few have a little bit different quality, but most of them have this tender quality. So this is Prana Mudra. It's for grounding, as I said before. I like this one because I can be standing in the grocery line like this, and I need to ground, and I can just put my hands by my side and do this mudra, and nobody's the wiser. So I'm doing something private for myself in a public setting, and nobody can tell what I'm doing. And that's true for the mudra. They're not that they're sneaky, but they're just kind of quiet about the effect that they have and how they're having that effect on you. So you can also sit and just rest the hands in any way. Sometimes I even put my hands in mudra as I'm going to sleep at night. And eventually, of course, the hands sort of fall apart as I drop deeper into sleep, and that's also okay because I'm getting the effect that I'm looking for. So I hope that this has been helpful. This is a little tiny snapshot about the hand mudras, and there's much information out there, but this gives you a little idea. You can practice the Pran Mudra, right? And I would totally love your feedback. So you can go to the website and email me and give me your feedback, would be great. Put it on my little website chat page. So that's it. I hope you have a great time. Practice your mudra, and namaste. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So